I was struck by something that happened, I think it was yesterday. I lose track of the days. Those of us who are working in schools at the moment often do. So I think it was yesterday in the Education Select Committee, and a question was posed, and I think it was actually asked by the chair of the committee, Robert Halfon, who asked Nick Gibb what was now going to happen about the calculation of Progress 8 figures for the children who hadn't completed their SATs in primary school. Because Progress 8 depends upon measuring the growth in performance between SATs and GCSEs, or 16 qualifications taken at 16. And I was utterly astounded by the question, that somebody who has a relatively senior responsibility for the provision of education in our country should actually think that this was important, and that it would be a priority at the moment. And I want to just, I was astounded that somebody would think of it as something important, but it really does highlight the nature of the educational landscape in which we are operating, where on the one hand, you've got a model of state-funded education provision, and we may have leaders on the call tonight who are from independent schools, but nonetheless, this still will resonate. We have a model of provision for state-funded schools that is based upon investing the least possible amount of money to ensure that children cover the greatest possible standardized content, defined in an incredibly limited way, leading to a qualification structure that is dominated by written formal examinations, even in subjects that are as skill-based as, for example, computing. And on the one hand, you've got this model in which things like Progress 8 clearly matter because it's part of a kind of factory model of educational delivery. And you put it in contrast with the kind of vision that those of us who are in the NEU have for our schools and for our colleges.